Keith Daffron with Vexus Boats. I'm here this morning to talk to you about this AVX1980. It's built on V2 hull technology. It's probably one of the most important things, and I'll dwell on that at the beginning of this walkthrough. What we've done is we've taken what was originally our AVX series and we've refined it and evolved it into what you see here. What's very important about it is what we've done from an infrastructure and an overall strength perspective. That's where the V2 technology comes in. The bottom of this boat's literally 1/8 of an inch thick, and we've done that to give us the strength and the durability that we need. But as you're able to transfer up to the deck or the fishing platform, one of the really neat byproducts is this thing is roughly 1 foot wider than what we've had in our previous versions. And that gives anglers like myself that ability to flank rods on each side, because it's so important today with forward-facing sonar. Everybody talks about it. Now you've got the ability for 2 anglers to stand there and look at the same screen in an aluminum platform. Now keep in mind, we got a pad hull just like we had previously. The performance characteristics of this boat is so similar to fiberglass, you hear it often. Close your eyes and you will not know that you're in an aluminum boat. And that's part of the glass-infused V2 technology that we've done with our entire AVX lineup. Other important attributes of this V2 hull technology is a spray rail that we've developed that extends all the way to the nose of the boat. Transferring that spray down in those rough conditions keeps a lot of that spray from coming over the bow or the rail of the boat and hitting you as a passenger or a driver. And as you go all the way toward the stern, other things you'll notice, we've even relocated the fuel fill, and that fuel fill is elevated probably 1 foot higher than what you see previously, allowing you to fill that boat at multiple attitudes on and off of the water. As you move into the interior or the platform of the boat itself of this 1980, you quickly realize why it's one of our most popular models. It's 19 foot 10 inches in overall length, and it's just from an abundance of storage and deck space, there's really nothing else that compares in the industry. This huge front deck is 1 foot wider, so with a recessed pedal incorporated into that, now, again, 2 anglers can stand side by side, or you can flank yourself with the rods. Even if you're not forward facing, if you're not using that depth finder and you're skipping up under a dock cable or in between floats, it gives you the ability to get around the edge of the boat much better than what you see in other models. Underneath the front deck, one thing we're particularly proud of is not just the storage, but what we've done to protect the tackle and the equipment that's inside it. We've got these raised lips that are incorporated throughout the boat with a bubble trim that seals up against this lid. And now we've got a center rod box that also doubles as a tackle storage, and then a port rod box. And what we've also done here is we've booted that. What I mean by booted is there's not individual rod tubes. It's one continuous cavernous storage. So now with a simple rod sock, you can stack multiple rods, and I think probably increase the efficiency of the volume of rods that you can put in that port side. On the starboard side, something we've had since inception is this cooler that's just in front of the driver's console. And what we mean is a legitimate cooler, one that is fiberglass gel coated like you would see in today's high-end rotomolded coolers, fully insulated. And what I particularly like about it is the accessibility from outside the boat. I say all the time, you're at a convenience store on your way to the water. Now you can grab your drinks and your ice and your snacks and fill this cooler up without having to get up in the boat as I am currently. And then in front of that box is just a really nice carpeted storage area, again with raised lips, to put additional tackle, life jackets, that rain suit that you carry, or an extra hoodie. To access the front deck, you've got this incorporated step. On each side is a series of tool holders, great for pliers or scissors or hook files. And then underneath is just another nice carpeted storage area. That's great to put that bag of soft plastics that you're going to frequently. In the cockpit of the boat, on the passenger side, you've got a running rod rack, great place for the angler or the partner to put his tackle or his rods, incorporated footrest, nice comfortable seating. You can choose to have this center glove box that's got some really neat features. It's got a great place to throw your sunblock, sunglasses, truck keys, anything you need quick access to. There's also a grab handle for the passenger. In lieu of that, you can choose a center fold down seat that has a backrest that folds up, and oftentimes if you're fishing 3 people, that's a great option to choose. On the driver's side, this V2 console gives you great protection from the elements. And what we've done at Vexus is we've given the customer or the angler the choice of your brand of depth finder, trolling motor, or engine. We think that's important because technology and preference change, and we want to be that company that just supplies what it is that you would like to build your dream rig. But at this V2 console, you've got nice gauges and instrumentation. All of your switching and with the resettable breakers is accessible here with my right hand. And then we put hydraulic steering, C-Star hydraulic steering on all of these boats, which gives you that comfort and peace of mind. You don't have torque on the wheel, and there's even a seat slide to make it more comfortable for you as an angler. I'm a fairly tall person, and I've still got plenty of leg room underneath this boat in this 1980 platform. One thing that's obviously incredibly important is a tournament grade live well, and at Vexus we take that very seriously, keeping your catch healthy and alive. We're using a fiberglass live well. It's completely insulated. It's got a return here to prevent splash. You've got a recirculate pump. You can add an oxygenator if you're so inclined, and there's even a divider here that comes in and out. It's made to haul what you can catch. One of the things that most people overlook is the value of good storage, dry storage for that matter. And at Vexus, in the stern of this boat, we actually have two of these large gel-coated fiberglass boxes. They have raised lips tooled into the design with this bubble trim that's sealing against the lid to make this the driest box that you'll see in the industry for this type of product. In addition to these gel-coated boxes that are completely insulated, made to hold lots of different tackle. You can do it with bags or Plano boxes or whatever tackle storage system you choose. We go to the extent of even painting the underside of these lids, and that's important. It doesn't oxidize over time. It doesn't get chalky and look bad years down the road. Those are things we think about and are important to you as an angler to know that years down the road, this boat can look as you see today. At Vexus, the attention to detail doesn't just stop with what you see on a daily basis. For instance, would be here in the battery storage area. So the batteries are all trayed into this area where they're easily accessible. We include an onboard charger, breaker box, and even a master power switch, so you can kill the power to everything within the boat as you charge it and it's stored. But this is also a great place to illustrate our Vector Force transom, where we've got 5 knee braces tying this entire boat together. What that does is it gives you and us peace of mind, but it allows for us as a factory option to go with additional setback, hydraulic setbacks, and even today's hydraulic shallow water anchors. Even on the splash wheel area, you'll see where we've used a tube to tie up the rigging components. There's also a remote drain plug that saves you being down on your knees on the rocky ramps that you see in the waterways today, where you can just simply open the drain plug and evacuate any water that's in the sump of this boat. So we've talked about astern about the AVX V2 1980, but I'd be remiss, and I think it's incredibly important to talk about what I believe is the most important option of the product itself, and that's the trailer. And at Vexus, we take that so seriously, not to just design the trailer or engineer it, but to produce it alongside the boat. We have a facility dedicated to building these trailers, because if you think about it, this boat spends the majority of its life on a trailer. And it's also, from a safety aspect, today's highway speeds, we incorporate hydraulic surge brakes. You see a tandem axle application, but also from an aesthetic standpoint, we custom match these trailer fenders and trim rings to the boat itself, all in an effort to build an overall package that you as an angler would appreciate and enjoy not only using, but looking at. I hope you've enjoyed this brief walkthrough of the AVX 1980. We're incredibly proud of this V2 technology. You not only see it in this boat, you see it in the 1880 and the 2080 as well. So if the 150 platform isn't the size or application you're looking at, know that we've got it in a 115 and 200 as well. The best way to learn more about this product and everything that we build at Vexus is to go to our website. That's our face to the market, www.vexusboats.com. And we appreciate your attention, and we appreciate your interest in our product.